Disclaimer. Before we get into this video, this is not a retrospective. This is a more where am I going next video that will tease where I'm going next for retrospectives as a whole. Let's begin. But before I reveal that project, I want to say projects that I may do in the future, no promises. The Buddies full movie. Yes, this two-parter will get a full movie. I'm right now working on it, and it should find its way to your peepers maybe later this year, your eyeballs sooner than you think. Well, at least I hope that's the case. I know with Alien Earth coming out, I'll have to do an updated Alien full movie retrospective, which I did back in earlier last year. But now I realize that there's a new Alien semi-project coming out this summer. Unless it gets delayed, then I'm doomed. Mortal Kombat. This game franchise is just fun for me, and it's nice to see how NetherRealm has evolved since then. Which could actually be the topic of my next retrospective, maybe. Sort of like how my YouTube colleague Prime's Theater is doing right now. My next retrospective won't be on a franchise. It'll be on a studio. Hinted throughout all my NetherRealm retrospectives, I hinted at something big. And I can finally say that that big goal has arrived. For my next retrospective, I will be doing a NetherRealm Studios retrospective. I did talk about Mortal Kombat and Injustice in their own videos, but with this video, I'll be able to combine them all into one. I won't be discussing the new Mortal Kombat game because, one, I haven't mustered up the courage to buy it, and two, I didn't wanna. This is one of the Mortal Kombat games I just told myself I would skip. I wanted to skip Mortal Kombat 1 because of how bad the game has been doing. Hi, whatever. Now to projects that are fun, but I may skip for a while. A Pirates of the Caribbean retrospective. Now this franchise is daunting. There are 5 movies. And I had trouble with the Disney copyright train. Like, you know how I was gonna do that Snow White movie? You know I was gonna do that Snow White retrospective thing and it backfired on me because of the copyright gauntlet? Don't worry, it's not canceled. That retrospective is ready and will find its way to you sooner than you think. This is why I did the other style where I didn't have to worry about a chat. You know what? I'm gonna hide the chat. The Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, I've done sort of an MCU journey with some of my retrospectives. As a matter of fact, I am still planning on that Avengers retrospective in the near distant future. Probably I'll do that whenever Doomsday releases. Probably I'll do that whenever Avengers Doomsday releases. The DCEU full movie. Yeah, that's coming. I'll probably wait until James Gunn's Superman comes out. I may not go see that in theaters because I'm not really much of a DC guy. I'm more of a Marvel guy. But I'll still watch it when it comes out on Blu-ray. I just won't go to theaters to see a DC movie because I know those aren't critical darlings. But maybe with someone like James Gunn at the helm, maybe DC will get something. But we'll have to wait and see. That's still a daunting task of its own right to do. And Disney's and I don't want to go into another Disney retrospective yet because I'm already doing a Disney retrospective. I'm already out of Disney's awkward years, so now I'm moving on to the Renaissance. Now, part 3 for the Disney Renaissance part of that retrospective won't make it to you guys until maybe June. I'm hoping get out by June. No promises though. It could be pushed back, so no promises on it making it to you before maybe July. No promises. Transformers. Oh, brother. All right, here's the thing. I'm not a big Transformers guy. I've only seen like a few cartoon shows, so doing this retrospective would be daunting. I would need a Transformers super fan to do this, and I have no idea who could be in leagues to help me. Maybe I will need help. This will be I may need to do a retrospective collab for the Transformers one. But I don't know who would be willing enough to collab with me. I have no one I know who could be a collab partner that has an interest in Transformers. So I need someone. Someone here on YouTube who has Transformers knowledge. The basics would be nice, but I don't want to risk them. Prime of Grammar could be also pretty fun, but I have no idea if I want to do Prime's Theater or not. He's already out of Transformers parts 1, 2, and 3, and 4, so I don't want to get him roped into another Transformers one. Besides, I'm doing a retrospective right now on its movie franchise. So I gotta get through the stinkers on the DVD box set I own before I can do any more of that retrospective. Which I will not be doing reactions for. The Paramount copyright monster is another thing that could prevent this retrospective from coming out. But anyway, will need a bit of a break from retrospectives for a while, but I will be back. Sooner than you think, actually. My next retrospective could make its way to you by Friday, which is finally where I'm here to announce my next retrospective project. A project that's been in the pipeline but stuck in a copyright gauntlet. And now I'm here to finally release it to the world. Who am I? Dun 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 dun! My next retrospective will be on the Spider-Man films. Not just the Sam Raimi trilogy, I mean everything. From Tobey Maguire, my childhood Spider-Man, to Andrew Garfield, all the way to the recent portrayal done by my favorite Spider-Man voice actor to take up the role, Tom Holland. Even though I wanted to wait to do this till after Tom Holland's next Spider-Man movie comes out, that movie's still a year out, and I don't want to do that retrospective right now since it's a year out. That would be too long of a wait, and I don't want to do that. So instead, I'm going to cover that retrospective right off the bat. And besides, I own Tom Holland's trilogy on Blu-ray. I own all 3 of his movies on Blu-ray, and each of them are great. But sadly, that would dive into the MCU, and I don't want to do that. Matter of fact, I may not do this retrospective right off the bat. Part 3 of this retrospective will dive into the MCU, but it won't dive in deep into the MCU canon. As a matter of fact, it won't even do that. But yeah, I'll probably release the Spider-Man retrospective maybe Thursday. I'm still deciding. There's still one other retrospective I want to announce. The next one after Spider-Man. Phineas and Ferb. Now, we are getting the 5th season this year, so I will have a complete story to tell-ish. There's still going to be there's still going to be another season after that. We are getting 2 new seasons after all. But this is all for this video, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.